Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome back to Bite the Bullet. Today's episode is going to be powered by my sponsor Elgato Gaming and the HD60 capture card. You guys know it by now. It's the reason why my videos are so crisp and smooth. And because it's the holiday season, we're going to be giving one of those away to one of you guys. A nice ice white one, the new one. Oh, it's so gorgeous and awesome. So what you need to do, there'll be a tweet down below in the description. If you'd like to have a chance at winning one of those, just go over, follow me, retweet, all of that good stuff. And thanks to Elgato, of course, for providing that for you guys. Next up, I want to apologise. We've had a few days off of this series, and originally I said I wanted to upload this basically every day throughout December, and I really do, and I did want to. So I have to obviously apologise for, I think, 4 days of not uploading this series, which basically the 93 Suarez came out, and for some reason it just threw me off completely. I didn't know whether to sell the Suarez I had and wait for one to become cheap for the 93, whether to just buy both of them and upgrade one at the, or not upgrade, or just keep the 92. And I just completely went off the rails with it all, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna leave it a few days, see how things calm down in terms of prices of different players and stuff, and then we'll go in and see what we're going to do. So, for now, we've literally currently got the exact same Suarez in the squad, and I've not bought the 93. There's too much of a difference in this guy's price right now for it to be worthwhile doing, right? The stats are so minimally different that at the moment, I think I'm probably going to keep with this 92. But I do want there to maybe be some sort of rule. Maybe once we get to like 50 goals with Suarez, we upgrade him to whatever his highest rated card at the time is. By the way, changing Suarez to number 9 because you guys have really requested that, and I apologise for not doing it sooner. But yeah. That's where I'm at. I kind of want him, but I kind of don't want to spend the 600,000 coins extra just to have +1 shooting and stuff like that. And I really like the picture on this second in form. So let me know if you think what I've just said makes any sense, or if you agree with it, disagree with it. I'd be really happy to know your guys' feedback and thoughts on everything down below. So we go into our first game of the episode, and it was against like it wasn't a full chemistry, but it was a very high-rated sort of full gold team with some really decent players such as Tevez, Nainggolan. He had all sorts of good players. He hits the bar right there, and I feel like we got off a little bit easy. Suarez then gets through and forces a save out of the goalkeeper. One thing I will say is with this Barca team, it's coming along quite nicely. We're starting to get some more golds going to the team. Obviously, we've got the 2 centre-backs now. And Suarez opens his account for this episode in the 34th, 35th minute, the turn of the minute. And it was a lovely outside of the boot finish, sort of swerve past the goalkeeper. I liked it quite a lot, and I started to feel quite comfortable. We go 2-0 up here in the 41st. It took literally 5 more minutes in order for us to score again. A lovely ball through from my cam. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name because I just can't. It's no point, you know, you'll laugh at me in the comments section. So I felt quite comfortable. Half time was coming around. We forced a save out of the goalkeeper. If he'd have scored then, it would have been a completely different story. But early doors in the second half, he does manage to get an absolutely beautiful header with Lucas Moura, and that does change things. You know, you've got to be a bit careful when someone scores early doors in the second half. Someone once told me that the 5 minutes before half-time and 5 minutes after half-time are the most crucial, like, game-turning points, because if you score just before half-time, that completely changes the manager's, like, team talk for the second half and the way they're going to go about it. Obviously, this is sort of like real-life football stuff rather than just in a game, but it can throw you off. However, we sort of persevered. We scored a couple more goals, and I felt a lot more comfortable. Just as comfortable as I was in the first half when we were 2-0 up. So we get through once again with Luis Suarez. I take the shot, but at this point in time, I was just trying to score some nice goals. It drops down to my cam, who sticks it into the back of the net. And I've checked, that doesn't count as an assist. Suarez taking the shot and forcing the save, it doesn't count as an assist on the little record after the game. So we don't get an extra half a point or half a shot for that. However, we do win a penalty, and of course I'm gonna Panenka it, because that's what you got to do when you're so like far ahead in the game. Then you should always just try and Panenka it, because it looks so sweet, and it's such a piss take when you score against your opponent like that. And eventually we do win the game 6-1. That's not too bad. So, of course, we get an extra shot for winning the game as well. And I think we come out of this game with something like 6 or 7 shots total on the board, which is quite nice because we've already had a few in there. So, we've now got 9 shots that we could possibly take on this board. I take a few of them. I don't take all of them. That's just too many shots to take. We need to save some for a rainy day. I'm kind of like a hoarder. I like to keep some of this stuff in the bank ready for when we lose like 5-0 and I can still spend some on the shots. Someone told me to go for a number 10. And I got it, second time of asking. Like, that first one just missed. I then smack it right in the middle of the 10. I earn myself another 5, and then I missed the last one. So we actually earned 15 points from those 4 shots. And we actually got those 15 points from just 2 shots right there. That's pretty awesome. So we've got loads of points to spend. We've got some 4-pointers still to unlock for this Barca team. And of course, we can only open 3 at a time. So I unlock 3 right there and then. And I get Rafinha, Sergi Roberto, and of course, Adriano, the left back. So the only 4-pointer left in the Barca squad now is Alex Vidal. God, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. But Vidal, we'll call him. I think that's what he's called on his card anyway. So there's only one of them left. This squad is really coming along when you look at it. We then switch over to the La Liga squad, which is also coming along. We've got 4 goal players in there. 3 rare silvers, and it's a nice team. And we get quite lucky. We come up against this guy right here. It was sort of a 92 chem team, but weirdly enough, it's nearly all bronze. It's like 4-star or something. He must have had some gold players on the bench that maybe he was resting up or something. And this game, I felt like it was just going to be an absolute riot straight from the get-go. So I was probably messing around a little bit and stuff and trying to get some nicer goals and do a few little skill moves and stuff like that. So it takes me a little while to get the first goal. And as you can see, it was a very dodgy one at that when it actually went in. It got to the point where I was like, okay, I've had a few shots on target. Now it's time to actually stick the ball in the back of the net. So we did so. And then this guy goes and gets himself a red card and gives me a lovely free kick opportunity, which of course with Suarez, we're going to take. That power free kick was beautiful, and it goes into the back of the net, and we are sailing, and we are cruising at 2-0 here after only 20 minutes, and he's also got 10 men on the pitch, so that's going to be quite easy from now on, right? Again, we keep trying. That would have been a beautiful goal. That one right there would have been something nice, because it would have just looked really weird. However, we're in the same situation. Suarez is running and dribbling within the box from the corner, and he sticks that one in the back of the net to get his second goal of the game, and we are now 3-0 up and cruising, and it's pretty much going to be game over. Now we're at the point where we can just earn ourselves as many shots as possible. I Panenka this guy as well. It's 2 games, 2 Panenkas, which is pretty awesome. I think that. Please tell me if I'm saying Panenka right. I hope it's not Paneka or something like that, because that would be embarrassing. I then tried, well, I don't try, I execute a lovely long shot there with Kovacic in off the post. I wasn't expecting that to go in at all. I was expecting the keeper to save it, but a lovely goal nonetheless. And at this point, you know, he had bronze players and bronze keeper and stuff like that. So it was a complete and utter mismatch really in the teams. But we've had that go against us at the start of this series. You know, the first game we actually played, I had the full non-rare silver team, and my opponent had like informed Sturridge and stuff like that. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts, and we just got quite lucky, and we're definitely taking advantage in this game here, being 7-0 up. We've got loads of shots on the board from this one. And is there time for one more? As you can see, I was just trying to be stupid at this point. Rainbow flicks, heel clicks, all sorts of stuff. And I win myself a penalty in the 90th minute. So it's time just to get one more goal with Suarez. I didn't dare Panenka it again, so I smashed that one top right corner, and we are 8-0 up. We've scored a hell of a lot of goals in this game. What did we win the first match? Like 6-1? So that's an awful lot of goals for us to score in 90 minutes, which is quite positive. We end that game with like 7.5 shots to be added to whatever we've got at the moment. So we've currently got 12.5 shots and 9 points in the bank. So I decide, you know what, it's about time we spent quite a few of those shots. I'm going to spend 6 of them right now, and we're going to take a few shots on this target. Let's go, shall we? The first one we hit that 5-pointer. I like that. That's a nice solid one to hit. Second one, we smash the bullseye of the 5-pointer, which is epic. I then missed the target, and it's a bit hard to hit that 5-pointer at this point. So I'm like, you know know what? We need some safe ones. We'll go for some 2s. So I hit the right one, I hit the left one, and then with the final shot, I think I probably aim for the 10. No, I aim for the 2, but I miss. So we've got like 23 points in the bank to unlock some players, and we're going to do that by unlocking the final 4 pointers in the La Liga category, which is Gaia, which is Jesse Rodriguez, and DeMarcos, the right back. So we get a right back, a left back, and a left forward or a left wing, whatever you want to class it as. So they go into the team. That actually makes, this is the first La Liga full squad built. This is what I wanted, the lower rated La Liga squad to be built. Next up, we've got the very expensive ones. You know, these have all come around in just 5 episodes. It's going to take us a lot longer to unlock the 6 pointers and the 8 pointers in this series. It really, really is. But this is my first full, complete La Liga squad, with the silvers in there in the mix, it going through with that little vein in the middle. We've also got all sorts of goodness going on there. That's going to wrap up today's episode. If you have enjoyed, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I'll catch you with another episode tomorrow, guys. Peace.